The whole thing about equity in Africa is topical right now. It is so because the incidence of poverty is increasing and social structures are actually bursting at their seams. I had a long stint in public service, climaxing to the chief executive position of the National Health Insurance Scheme of Ghana, which started amid a lot of skepticism, but also a lot of hope. It has traveled a distance of almost 14 years right now. It has successes, it has failures. It's at the crossroads right now. We were actually so engrossed in the day-to-day setup. And then suddenly, as we did set up, problems started coming along and evidence started to point it out. But the reactions then were different. It was like, we're doing so much hard work. Why are you criticizing what we're doing? And then suddenly we found evidence to be an asset. So there was a transition to viewing evidence as an enabler. And then we started to embrace it, and it has since been useful for us in redirecting and re-strategizing on what we've been doing. The ability to disseminate to policymakers what is the importance of evidence without, appearing to intrude in their space. I guess that intrusion itself is what is the cause of a lot of revulsion for evidence. But I guess we have to change our mode of presenting evidence by letting people see that it's an enabler rather than a critique of what is happening at any time.
This Sustainable Development Goals is a set of 17 goals for a better world for all. So from a goal that targets the achievement of gender equality to the goal on health and well-being, which is called the SDG 3. It's a really important global kind of compact for how we can build a better world. Of course, everybody wants research and development. Many of us have been pushing that more government funding, more public funding must go into R&D. Until we separate the issue of price from research and development and we find more effective mechanisms, to create access, then we are not going to be able to meet SDG 3. If we think that HIV was a big challenge, we haven't seen anything with cancer. And so really the struggles ahead are big and massive, and it's the same kind of coalition we're going to need of people who are fighting globally together to say, it cannot be that people's lives are less important than profit.
Hassan Mashinda from Tanzania once said that if you are poor, evidence matters even more. So we don't want to keep doing research if we can build on what research has already been done. And I think one of the exciting things about this conference, bringing together different organizations committed to evidence co-production, is that we're starting to have really evidence champions and people who do know how to communicate, having a dialogue with policymakers.
Engaging with the politics is not only about engaging with the government. It takes engaging with people that have a role to play in all spheres of government, right from the top to the bottom.
It's really important that this summit takes place, and I'm hoping that the kind of community that's come together here can continue to grow.